How's it going, YouTube? And welcome to the Comic Fix, where tonight I am talking about my comic haul. I got about 18 books this week, which is a lot for a lot of people, and it's kind of lighter for me. Usually I get around 23 to 24 books. So, the first week of January, it's not as big, but it was better on my wallet. I can tell you that. So, the first book I picked up was Hexwife issue number 3. Now, the first two issues are okay. I am going to give this series a couple more issues because I do see a little bit of promise, but I'm iffy about the series as a whole. Most likely it will be taken off just because of how many books I have and how many new books are coming on. But for now, got issue number 3. And some of these you may have noticed I've already reviewed early because my comic book shop, one of them, I got two comic book shops. One that I get my superhero stuff from, and the bigger one that I get all my indie stuff from. But the smaller one, they got all their books like a week early, and they were like, "Hey, David, they tell us we're not supposed to do this, but we're going to give you these books anyways." So I've read most of them already. And then Action Comics issue number 1006, Brian Michael Bendis. His run on Superman has not been the best, but as of late, I found it's been getting better with his Superman in Action Comics. And I'm intrigued to see what he does with his Wonder Comic line that's coming out, I think, next week. It'll start with Young Justice. So, Brian Michael Bendis, you're starting to get better, and there is one moment in here that is, like, really good Superman, like, family-friendly, like, a wink to the audience, but also it was heartwarming. So, Action Comics issue 1006. I reviewed this one, Batman Detective Comics issue 995. Tomasi, you are awesome. I was so excited when I heard you coming on, and I was not disappointed with this issue. This issue was brilliant. Winter Soldier issue number 2. Kyle Higgins, and I forget who the artist is, but art in here is brilliant. And Kyle Higgins, the first issue I was a little iffy on, but the second issue, I am fully on board. Heroes in Crisis, Tom King. A lot of times, Tom King can hit it out of the ballpark, but I just don't know the direction he's going with this series. Issue 4 of 9, I'm going to stick it out because of the art I forget who the artist is. The artist is Mann. I think Brian Mann? I think that's his name. I may be wrong. He does an awesome job. His art is always worth sticking around for. I'm going to give King the benefit of the doubt, see where the story's going. Ooh, one series that I've really been enjoying, Justice League Odyssey. Issue number 4 has Cyborg, and found out that he has a whole bunch of people that think he's a god. And now he's going to go and fight Azrael, and the fight is actually pretty good. Now on to some books I did not read yet. Stranger Things, issue number 4. Issues 1 and 2 I thought were really good. Issue number 3, I can feel like the story is starting to wind down. And I'm glad it's only 4 issues, not like 6. Because this issue right here, I'm excited to see it end. And I think the series is made for the mega fans of Stranger Things. I think I may be a mega fan since I have watched season 1 and 2 both twice. So, I enjoyed it, but I'm glad that it's ending. Because I felt with issue number 3, I was like, okay, this story's starting to wane on me. Errand Boys, issue number 4. Issue number 1 and 2 were great, are okay. Issue number 3 was really good. I'm finally getting into the story of these brothers, who the older brother now has to take care of the younger brother. And the art in here is, like, really good. Like, the aliens that they have in this thing are so imaginative that it's worth just buying for that alone. Colin Bunn, The Empty Man, issue number 3. Empty Man, ooh, damn. I've read some Colin Bunn stuff, but I think that this one may be my favorite out of him. There's been these people that are mutilating themselves, and they're doing the name of the Empty Man, and this wife, or this family, the wife has got the Empty Man syndrome, and to see this family dealing with it, it's really personal, and I'm really excited to see where it goes. From very independent book, Nice, issue number 2. Issue number 1, I thought had some interesting art, especially you definitely tell that the artist was trying to do some cool stuff. Sometimes it didn't work, but I'm definitely down for issue number 2. It was an okay read, issue number 1. So I'll give issue number 2. And the Whispering Dark. Oh, I love Whispering Dark. It's so freaking good. Like every single issue, you're just like you're getting into the psyche of this woman who went to war, and sometimes you see flashbacks of her talking to either her father or a priest, which you find out it is her real biological father, and it's all about her recounting these events, and there's some almost demonic type stuff that's starting to happen where you think maybe this is all in her head, but the Whispering Dark is tremendous. Really excited. I don't think last month we got an issue of Whispering Dark, so to get an issue number 3, really excited. The Sandman Universe, Book of Magic, issue number 3. If the only book, or the 2 books that I love in the Sandman Universe is Lucifer and what's the other one? The Dreaming. Those 2 I feel have a real good foundation. Now, the Books of Magic I feel like has a stronger stance than the House of Whispers, but it's kind of like I could kind of skip this book. So maybe, just maybe, this book will be getting off my pull list. But I want to see how every single book kind of ties into each other. So I'll probably keep it on just for that fact. And I don't want to miss anything in the Sandman universe, because I'm right now I'm going and picking up the volumes of Sandman by Neil Gaiman. Absolutely loving it. So I kind of want to support the Sandman universe. House of Whispers issue number 4. I need to go hunt down issue number 3 because my comic shop forgot to put in my pull list and I forgot to actually go and get it. So most likely I can just go right now to my comic book shop and find an issue of issue number 3. So I'll wait to that. And I like that little creature guy. It's really cool. So issue number 4 of House and Whispers. A new number 1. Conan the Barbarian. Jason Aaron. I'm really excited. I always love everything he does, and I never have actually read a Conan book. I know it's surprising, right? So this will be my first ever Conan book, and I think there's a second series coming out in February. So it'll be cool. I think that's like one of my first new number 1s of the year. Marvel Knights issue number 5, issue number 1, 2, and was really good. Issue number 3 I thought was okay. Haven't read issue number 4. I have to go. I have like a month. I'm like a month behind on my books. So like right now, before I read this, I'll just go and read issue number 4 and get all caught up, and then give my thoughts on this. Hopefully in the next couple days. The Flash, Buried Alive, issue number 61. Jason Williams, or Josh Williams, and I really love his take on Flash throughout the years, so always down for a new Flash. I've been iffy about Wilson's take on Wonder Woman. I think if we get a new artist in here, I probably will like it a little bit better, but I haven't really... It feels like it's status quo Wonder Woman. And with this new writer coming on, I expected that she would have something bigger to say. So I'm going to give her a couple more issues. If not, this book will be going on the wayside. And then finally, a book that I put off my pull list because the whole weekly schedule and all these different writers, I'm really not getting a sense of cohesiveness. And the art sometimes really feels rushed. And I don't want to pay for a subpar book. Uncanny X-Men issue number 8. I'll most likely go, once they go back to a twice-a-month book, go back and pick it up, or go and get it back on my pull list. But for now, I'm going to wait until this whole weekly shit is done. So that was my pull. I know I sound a little bit down on most of these, but because I have so many books, and I'm getting to that point where it's time to cut some and to get some new fresh ones. Because I know in January, I believe there's quite a bit of new number 1s that are going to be coming out with Image and all that good stuff. So I'm really excited about those. And I know February I was going through the previews, and I was surprised by how little new books, like new number ones, are coming out. So I don't know if that's like a trend, like with the Februarys, where they're like, all right, we're gonna settle it down, let some of the miniseries end, and then we're gonna push out a whole bunch of new ones in March. So I'm hoping for that. And I did get the previews for March, so I'll be able to check that out. But my name's David, and I'm hopefully gonna be on Sunday, have all these books read, and do a countdown of the worst to the best in this huge pile that I have. And all throughout the week, you'll see some reviews of those books. Some of them won't be on there; they'll just be talking. I'll just talk about them on my weekly. I don't know what it will be, but it's going to be almost like a podcast of sorts or a countdown. I think it'll be called like the weekly countdown, where I'll get more in depth with those books at that time. But some of the books I really like, I'll do individual reviews for them. So it'll be fun. It's a fun little adventure with me coming back onto YouTube. I have plans. Hopefully someday I'll be able to get all my computer stuff worked on, where it'll be better production. I'm trying to get a little bit better art. Like, look at that. I really like this. Actually, my mother did this, and it's so beautiful. Like, she's a real like abstract artist, and she's talking to people from Italy and all this different type of stuff, and she has this art college that's really like loving her work and saying, hey, you should come over to us. But so hopefully in the next year it's gonna be a great year, especially with comics, and hopefully you come on an adventure with me. So if you haven't done it yet, go hit that subscribe button, rate, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Tell me what you guys picked up this week. My name's David, and I'll see you guys next time.